Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day number 18 of the Superstar SEO 30 videos in 30-day challenge. We missed a video yesterday because, well, I got lazy. But today we're going to catch up and make sure we stay on pace with two videos, and this video will be the first in today's double header. One of the biggest reasons that people get into SEO or internet marketing or digital marketing or whatever you want to call it is to quit their job, right? Most people are unhappy with their job, or a lot of people are unhappy with their job, and it appeals to them. They can work from home or they can work from wherever they want, use a laptop, although that's not the ideal situation, but it's something that you can do. You can make a lot of money with it, and maybe you just like doing SEO and you want to make that your living. So the easiest way to do that is to start your own SEO agency. So an SEO agency is where you will offer digital services, particularly SEO, to local businesses to rank them higher in Google and in turn get them more business. That's pretty much all there is to it. Now, a lot of people have never started a business before and they're intimidated by the whole process. I know I was when I started my agency a few years ago, and they think that you have to invest a lot of money in tools and time, and you have to get loans and all those things. But the truth is, you can get started really quickly and for really cheap. So today what I'm going to be showing you is how to get your agency started in a day or less and spend only $21.86. So hopefully that's something that you're interested in. If not, you've probably already bailed out of this video anyway, and you're not hearing me talk about this right now. So without further ado, let's jump into my computer and get started.
So you want to be a rock superstar and live large, big house, 5 cars, you're in charge.
So we're here in my computer, and today's video is going to be a response to a question that was asked in my group last night, and that was, how much money do you need to get started with an SEO or digital marketing agency? It's a pretty valid question, and I know that it's kind of an old school business way of thinking, right? You have to have a lot of capital and stuff to get started. But one of the beautiful things about running an SEO or other type of digital marketing agency is you really need very little capital to get started. So what I'm going to do first is show you how to get a website set up for $21.86. And then I'm going to show you a couple of techniques to start getting clients, building a list of clients, well, not clients, but leads or prospects that you can reach out to and get your business started. So without further ado, let's start with the website. So first you're going to want to go to GoDaddy.com. I'm sure you're all familiar with that, but if you're not, then, well, I don't really know what to tell you. So you're going to go to hosting, and you're going to go to web hosting. And you're going to pick the cheapest package they have, which I believe is this one. And no, we would not like to chat right now. And you're going to remove all the fluff that they try to sell you. Continue with these options. You get a free domain with this. So, and you would want to put in whatever your business name is going to be. So I wouldn't suggest going with what I'm about to use here, but just pick something that makes sense. Choosing a business name is a whole other topic, but SEOexpertchris.com, because I have a big ego. All right, we're going to select and continue. It's free to go along with your hosting. And again, they're going to try to talk you into using a whole bunch of nonsense that you don't need. So we're going to go with 1 month. And we're going to remove this. And we're going to change this to 1 year. And then we're going to make our domain private, because you will get calls all day long if you do not. And there you have it, $21.86. We can even see if there's any other coupons available that'll make it cheaper using a plugin called Honey. I don't think there is, but maybe I'm less right than I usually am. This is a great plugin, by the way. It'll save you thousands and thousands of dollars. Just go to, I think it's like Get Honey or something like that. Just Google it and install it, and then just run it whenever you go to any site that has coupons, and it'll save you a bunch of money. So, and we're done. So we're going to proceed to checkout. I'm going to pause while we do this and then be right back. Okay, we're back. Now we're going to set up our domain on our hosting. So next, North America. I'm going to pause while I create something. And we're back. Create a WordPress website. We're going to say not right now, because it's going to install a bunch of nonsense that we don't really need. And finish. And it's going to take a couple minutes to set up your site, and then I'm not going to go through the entire process of making it live, but we're going to make it look at least slightly presentable. And this will take just a minute. So the whole point of this video really is to show you that you can get started in just a few minutes with a very minimal amount of investment, and I just don't want you to get hung up worrying about getting started. Starting an SEO agency is the quickest way to make job replacing income, and it's without a doubt, it's so easy to do. I don't want to say it's easy to do, but it requires so little investment up front. So there we go. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Come down here to WordPress. If you really hate yourself, you can try and do something other than WordPress, but for our purposes, this is going to be the easiest one. So we're going to install this application, and I'm going to pause one more time while I put in the username and things like that. And we're back, and it's just finishing up getting installed. I was only gone for about a minute or so. I just wanted to put in the passwords and things like that while we were off camera. So now we're going to log into our site. And no thanks. You can use the wizard if you want. I'm just not used to it and prefer to do things myself. So first thing we're going to do is find a decent theme. And I don't know what we're going to find here, so this is totally random, but you just find something that looks nice and professional. Doesn't have to be the greatest theme in the world or anything like that. Let's see. Let's see what that one looks like. Oops. Preview. Yeah, let's try something else. Let's see. Digital agency. Yeah, it looks like a regular blog style theme. I don't really know, like I said, I don't really know what I'm looking for here, but you just want some nice, clean, and professional looking. Let's see what this one looks like. All right, I'm going to pause for a minute while I find a good one, and we'll be right back. All right, we're going to go ahead and try this one out, and we're going to install. And that'll take just a minute. So far this video is about 7 minutes in, not even, and that's with me taking the time to explain the steps that we're going through. So we're gonna have a it's pretty close to a working agency site here in under 10 minutes. Say it recommends certain plugins, so we'll go ahead and do that. Who knows if they're needed or not, but I always try to just do what those tell me to. Return, activate. So let's see what it looks like. It's not going to be pretty, but see, so without any content or anything, this is looking fairly professional. You just want to go in and plug in some information right here, fill in some images, and change out some of the design of it. But this is something we could work with, right? We spent a little bit of time on this. We can make this look like a real agency site. So there you go. There we have our website set up and ready to go. Let's assume that we spent another 3 or 4 hours making it look good, but really all you're doing is switching out some images and adding some information about yourself. You can go over to ineedarticles.com and spend $5 and order up some content for yourself, or you can just write something about yourself. That may actually be better to write some sales copy about who you are, or you can just write an article around your keyword, which in this case would be SEO expert Chris or something like that. And that's pretty much it, all there is to the site. So just to review the steps we did there, we went to GoDaddy and we purchased a domain and hosting for $21.86. We set it up. We picked a nice clean looking theme that we would then go through and put in some information on. I'm not going to walk you through all that because everybody has different design preferences and you're going to pick a different theme than this anyway, most likely. But we found one that looks pretty professional that we could just switch out some images and things like that and throw some content on. And we would have what would appear to the untrained eye to be a fully functional business. Just stick our phone number on there and that's it. So we've got that part down. We have what appears to be an established business to a customer. The next thing we're going to do is start looking into getting some clients. So what we're going to do now is jump over to Google. So we're going to come over here to Google, and we're going to pick an industry that we want to target in an area. So let's go with what's something that doesn't get bombarded with SEO every day. Let's go with podiatrist in Myrtle Beach, because Myrtle Beach is where I live, if you don't know by now. Myrtle Beach podiatrist. So what we're going to do is, wow, these guys have some bad reviews. We're going to jump down here to page, we'll just go all the way back to page 10. So now what we want to do is find anything that's an actual site. And what I mean by that is you're going to run into a lot of stuff like these are just articles or whatever. So let's, you know what we'll do? We'll jump up here to page 6. That way we're more likely to find actual businesses. So for instance, we would open up Carolina Health Specialists. Not a ton of podiatrists in Myrtle Beach, apparently. You Compare Healthcare. Dr. Kibler? Something like that? Oh, darn. Alright, well, you get the idea, right? You're going to go through and find out from pages 10 through 2, all the ones that are there, because they obviously need SEO because they're not on the first page. So we'll go ahead and grab a couple more just to complete the example. I'm not going to go through every one. There's one, and that's an assisted living. Apparently this niche is wide open. And here's one. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is either open a Google Sheet or an Excel document. I prefer an Excel document. So what we're going to do is I have a template that I've created. So I'm going to pause and open that up. And what you want to do, this is basically the template I've used. Very simple, right? It's just business name, keyword, contact name, URL, email address, and phone number. And you don't even have to get all of that. But then you want to just go through each one and grab that information from each site. So phone number we would copy. It's going to be difficult. And stick that into our template. And so on. And you just want to go through and fill it out. And you want to get about 100 of these built up. Now, this is not the most efficient way to find a prospecting list, but it is the cheapest. It's free, and if you have, a few hours in the evening, you can get up to about 100 of these in a day. Or if you have, and I don't necessarily encourage this, but if you have a job where you can get away with doing this sort of thing at work, you can do that. And then you just want to either outreach to these people via cold calling or email. Now, again, those are not everyone's favorite method of approaching people, but we're trying to do this on the cheap. So you would then suppose that we filled this out. We have 100 businesses, 100, and then we can spend an hour or two a day calling each one, telling them, we found your site on page number 4 of Google. Would you like me to rank a video or something for you for free in 72 hours or less? And if so, would you like to talk? If that works, that's great. It's yours to keep either way. And then, maybe we can discuss doing this on a full-time basis. Something like that without the pauses and uhs and stuff that I put in there. But basically, you can pitch that to them over the phone or on email. It's called baiting them, and you're giving them something for free. I know you're going to ask, how do I rank something in 72 hours? You just get a really long tail, get a little cheap video made, and get a really long tail term like best foot doctor in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 29588, something like that. That'll show up. They don't know that that's an easy term to rank for, but you show that you can do that for free in just a couple of days, and you position it as, what could I do? Imagine what I could do for you in if I had X amount of months to rank your site and drive some more business to you. So that's kind of a general overview, but basically like I said, what you're doing is you're just filling out a prospect list. So let me finish filling out one person for you. So this is Dr. Alexander Pappas, and if for some reason Dr. Pappas ever happens to watch this video, I hope you don't mind me using you as an example. The keyword was Myrtle Beach podiatrist. I like to make sure I have the keyword in my sheet here so they can say, well, what term did you look at? Because that's an objection I've gotten before. And I'm probably spelling this wrong. If I am, I don't care. Contact name is Dr. Pappas. And URL was and email address you're not always going to find, but it's worth a shot, and I'll show you a hack on that here in a second as well. I hate that term. I can't believe I just used it, but whatever. It doesn't look like they show an email address right away. So what you then want to do, you can come over to ICANN, who is .icann.org. You can grab their URL. This is a long shot, but sometimes it works out. Now, fair warning, with cold calling and cold emailing, you are going to get people that are, how shall we say, less than enthused that you called them, but you know what, they'll get over it. Got to have a thick skin to be in business. Come on. Let's try that again. Don't you just love these things? And there we go. We have an email address that we can use. Please, nobody contact these people. But yeah, I mean, there you go. You stick that in your spreadsheet. We'll copy that. And then you just spend a few hours doing this and build up a nice prospect list of people that you can send emails to and make phone calls to. Heck, you could even stop in and see them if you really wanted to be brazen and be like, listen, I found you on Google, but you know, basically the whole pitch that I just gave you a few minutes ago. So yeah, just spend a few hours a day going through that. So there you have it. You have a way to make yourself look like a business, and you have a way to build up prospects, and we've spent $21.86. Is all of this the ideal way to start your SEO agency? Absolutely not. Like, you definitely want to have a few $100 at least to get started, but that I don't want that to be the barrier. I don't want you to say, I don't have any money, so I can't ever get started. There are things you can do for free or super cheap. So take these steps and go get into action. If this is the way if you're in a job you don't like and you want to start your own SEO agency or something like that, this is the way to go about it for almost free. So if you do want to start an SEO agency and you want more detailed instruction, I do have a course on it. I'm not pitching that. I'm not going to link to it. It's called, but if you want to look it up, it's called Superstar Consulting Mastery. That's all I'm going to say about it. That's all I got for you in this particular video. So just to recap real quick, you're going to buy your domain and your hosting from GoDaddy.com and set it up with a nice professional looking theme. Then you're going to go through pages, say 4 through 10 of Google, and collect every legitimate business for the term that you decided to go after and put them in a spreadsheet like this. You can use a Google Sheet or Excel. I guess I'm just old-fashioned and prefer Excel to Google Drive, but that's just me. And then you're going to go through and you're going to either send them cold email or make a cold call and offer them something that you can do for free. Or if you're a good enough salesperson, you can go right for the right hook and offer them a monthly SEO package. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. And this is just one of a few ways that you can go about finding them. You can also use stuff like LinkedIn and yellowpages.com and so on to find people that are willing to do it. So I hope you found some value in this. If you do happen to like videos like this, do me a favor and click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can see videos that every single day that are going to drop and be about SEO or life or business or whatever it is that happens to be on our mind that day. So I hope you find this channel useful, and I'll see you tomorrow.